There's a that definitely, even though you may not hate on Budweiser, I wasn't really buying Budweiser before. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't really change anything for me at all. But what did kind of change though is I started drinking Miller Lite, um, and that was mostly a cost thing because I can only buy so many beers that are super pricey. I mean, you can only do that for so long, and you only want so many of these big, um, uh, super hoppy or double barrel aged stouts and all this stuff. You can only drink so much of that, and then you just want a non-thinkable beer. You just want a just give me beer water, basically.
Yeah. Fizzy yellow water.
Okay, that's about enough of that bullshit. It's time. It's time to make a malt liquor video. I honestly don't know what the fuck I'm going to talk about. But 141 IQ, folks. I'll think of something. Malt liquor. Damp Wolf made a good point in the comment section of that there Share a Ho show. He was talking about how Moeller's Crib in Old Mexico is really, really close to cartel territory. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner, folks. Yep. It all makes sense now. The fucking clown has houses in 3 different countries on 2 different continents. Spends most of his time in Old Mexico. Yeah. Come on, even a dumb cunt could figure this out. Moeller ain't retired. Moeller's a fucking mule. Yep. Moeller's a fucking mule. Which, hey, more power to you, guy. I'm not here to piss in anybody's pool. How you make your money is your fucking business. At least you're getting paid for it. Unlike that tramp WB. Malt liquor. was walking in to the world famous Junior Mart today, and this female was walking out. So I hold the door open, like you do. Large woman. Extremely large woman. Bitch looked kind of familiar. And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Nah, it couldn't be her. Is it? No. Come to find out, it's Mrs. Vega's niece, who she's been estranged from for many years. They had a falling out over some bullshit many years ago. They don't talk, they don't get along. But the last time I saw this heifer, she was, regular size. Not no more she ain't. Nope. This bitch was wide as all outdoors, folks. I mean, you've heard me talk about how I like a big ass, but, goddamn, there's a fucking limit. There's a fucking limit. Malt liquor. You know how I like to make sport of bum and call him a serial killer and whatnot? I want to straighten something out right quick. When I talk about bum working odd hours all the time in various hotel rooms around the country, it might come off that I'm making bum sound like some sort of pervert or a diddler or something like that, which is not the case at all. No. I don't think bum has anything to do with any of that sort of activity. No, I'm saying serial killer. I'm talking about like multiple body bags and whatnot. That type of shit. And Bum said something last week about how, I know all the serial killers. I know the obscure serial killers and whatnot. Well, let me tell y'all how I got on that tip. Long time ago. Long time ago. When I was, I wasn't even a teenager yet. Malt liquor. it all started back in the mid-'80s when we lived in the Brown Street apartment complex on 2nd and Brown in Davenport, Iowa. This building had, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 9. It had 18 apartments. Yeah, 6 on each floor, and there was 3 floors. And it was actually owned by this guy who was a chimney sweep. For real, a fucking chimney sweep. Anyway, the guy that owned it, the chimney sweep, he bought it from this dude who still had his name on the building. It was like, you know how to put names in the concrete above the door frame or whatever? It said Clint. K-L-I-N-D-T. Clint. His name was James Clint. He was a doctor. And before the chimney sweep got this building, he owned it. And him and his wife went through a messy divorce. And she was going to do what 99.9999999% of bitches do. Take half his shit, take the car, take the house, take the kids, alimony, child support, all that shit. Dr. James Clint said, I think not. And they found Joyce Clint, his wife. Well, they found her washed up on the shores of the Mississippi River in Davenport, Iowa, in a large black trash bag in pieces. I'm talking about torso, arms, legs, head. Teeth were removed. Fingerprints were cut off. You did it wrong, Dr. Clint. You fucking did it wrong. If you're going to go to all that trouble, you know, if you're going to field dress the bitch, then why not just go all the way and destroy all the fucking evidence? You know, there's pig farms, there's vats of acid, there's, you know, really, really, really hot fires. There's ways to get rid of everything. You were being lazy, guy. You were being lazy, which is what got you caught. Malt liquor. But yeah, when I found out about that, I started going down a rabbit hole. It first started with, hell, I can't even remember his name anymore, but it was the Boston Strangler. Then, of course, there was the Zodiac Killer. And that led into the fucking Ted Bundys and the John Wayne Gacy's and the Gary Gilmores and the Richard Ramirez's. And now I've expanded my horizons. You know, I've gone outside of the United States. You know, I've learned about, my God, there was a guy in fucking Russia named Andrei Chikatilo. This fucking guy. Holy shit. They couldn't execute this motherfucker enough times. This fucker preyed on children in the worst kind of ways, and then killed them, and did this to like, I don't know, upwards of like 90 kids. Because back in the Soviet Union, you know, the shit that you were going to face for doing some shit like that was an immediate death sentence. So the Soviet government figured, you know, nobody will ever do this here. Wrong. And now I've started studying, you know, like, what about, you know, serial killers in the Old West? You know, before they had DNA, before they had fingerprints, before they had, you know, how to contain a crime scene and all that shit. And then I've looked at serial killers in ancient Rome and ancient Greece, and this shit has always been going on. Yep. If there's one constant in the human race, it's depravity, folks. It's fucking depravity. Swole. Still holding out hope for Bum, though. You know, maybe he's one of the good ones. Maybe he's a Dexter type serial killer. Or he just, you know, or he just takes out tax collectors and corrupt politicians, dirty cops, you know, shit like that. Malt liquor. Go fuck yourselves.